Hey guys, this is your boy S91 Mercury here, and today I want to start a new series. This is going to be about ninjas that are underrated, and today I want to go over two of them pretty quickly here. I want to go over Fu, and I want to go over Kage Conference Temari. Now, a little bit about what makes a ninja underrated. That's going to be kind of our key term, so let's define it. The way I define it is that an underrated ninja is deemed to be judged good for nothing or for very little. And so what you do then with an underrated ninja is not level them up. And the classic case is Jirobo. Right? Whenever people are posting their ninjas in like forums asking for help with team help, he's always just at level 1. And people usually have him at 4 or 5 stars. Here's the thing though, is that Jirobo is good for tanking damage. He's one of the best tanks in the game. And I have a video kind of explaining that. I have 2 of them. I'll link to those below. Right? But he's good for that. That's what he's good for. Now, when you need to tank damage, right, is kind of a tough question to figure out, but that's what he's good for. And you have to view, I think, your ninjas like tools in a toolbox. What's the job that you're trying to do? What is it that you're trying to accomplish? All right? And now, once you answer that question, then figuring out who's useful and who's good for what is going to determine how you're going to level people up and how you're going to use them. All right, so keep that in mind. That's kind of what I'm thinking. All right, now I think that Fu kind of falls into this category. I think people might level her up a little bit at first to see how she works, and then they find out she's kind of squishy and she dies, and they don't really quite like her. All right, but there's a couple things that you got to know about Fu. All right, is that she does have a very interesting standard attack. She's a control ninja. She's not some heavy hitter. You can do some heavy hitting in the first round if you're lucky. And I think she's best suited, actually, for Great Ninja War fighting, because you can put to sleep 3 people in the first round, or if somebody is asleep, right, she gives herself 2 standard attacks in the first round. You can then deploy the mystery and then hit 7 bodies with ignition, and that's pretty nice. Okay, and I actually faced off against somebody in Great Ninja War not too long ago. I was lined up across from them, and I wasn't running anybody with immunity properties. I was running like Chojuro and Mei and these kind of people. And I got put to sleep, and by round 3, I was toast. I think it was just my water main and Ow were left. And that is not a place you want to be in. So she is not bad, okay? She can also, especially in this sort of lineup, give Sage Naruto another standard attack. That's nice. You know, usually the things that people like, you know, what they're looking for, you know, is somebody who's versatile. And Sage Naruto is that. You know, so is Roshi. Roshi's very versatile. He can be used in lots of different capacities in the game. You know, just every facet of the game he's pretty good in. But, you know, I do think, if we're just going by what's versatile here, Fu has her uses, and they do extend more broadly than you might think. She can be used in a rank battle and survival trial and arena a little bit, right? And she can be okay, right? So give her a second look. If you've seen any of my rank battle videos, you see how I use her, and she's actually incredibly useful in that particular lineup. All right, Kage Conference Temari. Now, this particular ninja gets really no love, and for good reason. I do think Great Ninja War Temari is much better, but I wanted to highlight Kage Conference Temari for a couple reasons. She was the first ninja I ever pulled out of the Kage treasure, and I was able to use her a little bit. It wasn't bad. You know, she chases low float, which is nice. She powers up the ninjutsu of wind attribute ninjas in your team by 12%. And you can use her mystery 2 rounds in a row. Then it starts taking 4 rounds to cool off. But the thing that's nice about her mystery is that it hits multiple bodies. And then, you know, especially with a lineup like this, right? Fu does big damage in the first round. Sage Naruto does big damage in the second round. And then Temari does, you know, some mopping up, right? And you can use her 2 rounds in a row. You can reset with a wind main, or you can use this team here that I use. This actually works a little bit better because the water main has some CC with her neurotoxin. so you want to use the Dissection Blade and Neurotoxin there with the giant Kayatsu. And this team ends up being actually kind of useful, especially in Survival Trial. Survival Trial can be a chore sometimes, and this one can clean them up pretty fast. Poison Tie on Sage and Rudo is always nice. But anyway, I just wanted to show you kind of how a team like this might work. Alright, so I guess we'll go down to the Kakashi clone here. So here's the thing. Look, I know that if you're like a pay-to-play or, you know, a very experienced free-to-play player, this sort of team is just like, why would you even bother? Well, the thing is that not everybody's at these high levels. People are building their teams. They're getting into treasures for the first time, starting to spend some Seal Scrolls. They, you know, maybe have one good ninja like Sage Naruto, and then a couple of these people. And so you're just trying to find people that can do some work for you. And I think these are the people that can do it, right? I think this is actually ends up being all right. So I'm going to target that Kakashi in the back. Show off her mystery. Now everybody's going to be ignited. And we'll hit this front Kakashi here with Sage Naruto. And we'll use Temari too. Now I could reset right now, but I'm not going to. That way I can use Temari again. Right, if you're in a group fight and you have this sort of option, you know, or if you see like a Hanzo getting ready to skill up, you just put them all to sleep, and it's just, you know, this is really great, right? You got, you know, maybe you might pay attention to even like these ninjas that are dodging everybody nowadays, like John Midano and Maskman. You know, just wait till they dodge somebody, and then you just put them to sleep. Well, at any rate, that is how the team works. Looks like, you know, the connection's just being the connection here. And, well, we have a couple minutes. But anyway, looking at teams that, you know, ninjas that are underrated for a reason, right? They're not great, they're not perfect, right? There are reasons not to like them, but, you know, there are reasons to like them too, and I think sometimes they get skipped over just because people aren't looking at them like, well, they're not Roshi or something like that. And that's just really too bad. I think there are ways of kind of using ninjas that are otherwise kind of crummy, but, you know, do the job for you. So anyway, I hope this is helpful. I forgot, I was going to look at the stats there, but I forgot. Anyway, but that's going to be the gist of these videos, is trying to explore ninjas that have some usefulness, okay, and that can be helpful to you in your team building. So give me a comment, give me a like, and I hope that you like this. Bye!